offer that, not only because this is a great accomplishment and milestone in life, but also as encouragement because we know that they're going on to do much more in life. So I've been asked to come and honor the graduates today and share my story, leave an encouraging word. First off, let me just say I wasn't always the sweet angel that you see before you. I know some, oh, really? But, like most teens, I wanted to experiment, I wanted to venture out. Some things are okay, some things, you shouldn't be doing. But I can admit that now because as an adult, I know now that I was on a path. And, path had a couple twists and turns. Nowadays, still some nooks, some curves. But through the grace of God, I know that path will soon straighten out. So, also, I wasn't the most academic in school either. I know that's another one. Really? My cousin says, he has a song, says, we went to school to learn, and then we learned how to go to school. Think about this. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But thank God I was introduced to music. I'll tell a quick story. I have two of the most wonderful parents who support, provide, and I can't really say there's anything that I actually needed that I didn't have growing up. I'm going to tell a story that my dad likes to tell so often. I started taking lessons around about 11 to 12 years old, piano lessons. And after about maybe a year or so, I figured I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it anymore. So I brought my keyboard upstairs to my mom and dad's room, gave it back, put it in the closet, said I'm not going to play it no more, I don't want to do it, crying and all of that. But my parents saw something in me because we had a regular piano, an upright piano in the house, and I would still dabble and play a little something here. And not 2 months later, I was back in piano lessons, and for some reason, after a while, it just kind of stuck. And, something just clicked, and that ended up being my way to college. I got my bachelor's degree. I did 2 semesters of grad school. And speaking of that, I want to encourage all young people to go as far as you can in education. Because, now even with a bachelor's degree, it's hard to land that job. So, you got to get your master's, you might as well go and get your doctorate if the opportunity presents itself. So, to the graduates, let me say, entering into those years leading up to adulthood, you have those good times, graduation, your first A on that college exam, but you also experience many trials, hardships, setbacks, disappointments. Now, there's some things that can keep you going through these times. First thing is faith. Most important, you gotta have faith. When you're faced with that tough decision, have faith that the Lord will see you through. When you get that first bad grade, have faith that the Lord will help you gain and retain that knowledge. When you feel lost or confused, have faith that the Lord will give you guidance. I used to tell my wife this when we were in school. She would like to dwell on things, something happened, dwell, and just carry on. I said, don't dwell on things. And then I realized when you get older that, he said you can lay your burdens down. You don't have to worry about anything. I picked that hymn this morning, Blessed Assurance. That's blessed assurance, you already know. As long as you're saved, as long as you believe, it's already laid out for you. Next thing is the power of prayer. My wife still helped me now to realize this today. There's power in prayer. Sometimes you just got to sit back and take a moment and, just sit back and pray. Not only when things are going bad, but, just make it a part of your daily life. And don't be afraid to call on family for prayer. We got a whole lot of people in this room. There's somebody you can call on. The last thing is listen. This is probably one of the hardest things, even myself as a man. That's not one of my traits. But listen to those who came before you. Whether it be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, cousin, friend, whatever. Some things are okay to experience You know, like they say, don't touch that fire, it's hot. Well, okay, you say it's hot, but, you know, ouch, okay, yes, it's hot. Other things are better learned before you have to experience them. Don't touch that fire, it's hot, that figurative fire. You don't want to touch that fire. Somebody told you, you know, you won't get burnt. So, with that, to the graduates, prepare to succeed. Congratulations.